These buildings are more like 120, 130 years old. That's 170 years old. It was built in 1845, and so it has presented some of the special challenges of this project. When we're done, it's going to last for another 170 years. What's going on behind us is a full restoration of the original facade of the building, and then essentially a gutting of the interior and a rebuilding of the interior to 15 upscale apartments as well as 8 storefronts.
Milan is a small community. It's built on history, and we're really seeing a resurgence of energy in the downtown. Downtown now, we've got the $6 million renovation of a whole block. Other than that, we have 0 vacancies in the downtown as far as the businesses go.
I got involved in this because at the time I owned the bakery that's in this space here, and the buildings were up for foreclosure. I bought them, eventually decided that the bakery business was not the place to be, so I continued with this project even though there wasn't any longer a connection with one of the business here in town.
There's a true sense of pride in the city, and with the energy going on in the downtown with the rebuilding, it's a great time to be here.
Over on the left side, there was another room that stuck out only on the 3rd story. Then this side of the building was built entirely of asbestos. So we got the asbestos out of there. So there was floor to here, and there was walling out here, and ceiling here, and so we're back to this. And as a matter of fact, all of this stuff will be removed, and it'll be filled with gravel. There'll be a cement floor to all this space. So all the storefronts will come out, all the storefronts except one. This one actually, we took the leaded glass out of this space, and it's going back in there once it's repaired. This space here, these ruffles are original, and so they will stay. One of the things that has been a huge asset in our building, as well as any work that goes on in the downtown area, is that there's something like 1,500 historic photographs from 1890 to 1950. It allows us to go back to that and create more of the original look. One of the things that we found on the wall of this building, a map of Washtenaw County painted on the walls on the plaster, and that map has probably been there for 75 years. We found record books of a jewelry store that opened here in 1915 and operated until 1992. We found a World War II era rifle that had been walled in on all sides and wrapped in insulation. So lots of excitement.
Those people that want to traditionally shop and stay in a downtown like this and not travel, we want to make sure that those people stay in town to do whatever it is they need to do, whether they need to go out to eat, or whether they need flowers, or they need a gift, or they need to grab a coffee, that they can do all that here in town. So we're trying to diversify some of the businesses that are downtown. We're looking at creating sort of a town square. So the dream plan for right here is actually to create what's called Toland Square. In a lot of downtowns you have a common gathering area, and in this city we don't actually have that, but we have the perfect opportunity to create that. So working with the Michigan Rural Council and working with the Michigan Main Street program, it's got our wheels turning, and we see an opportunity here. We worked with the Michigan Rural Council. We planned a visioning session that actually occurred on February 10th this year. But the assessment overall was a very interactive process that we went through, and they did a great job in bringing different sections and sectors of the city together to discuss the future of Milan and what we can do in the short term to make a change. So the development across the street is great, but that's one element of it. That's just one piece. You've got to get the rest of the community to buy in on what you want to do. For instance, creating the Toland Square, and then having the $6 million development, and then redoing the streetscape, and then involving all these organizations to come together and say, look at our community now, and that's what it takes. So you've got to have the energy, and you've got to have the right people in place. One of the things to do is to start with the state organizations that are built for the support of projects like this. The two
obvious places to start are with the Michigan State Housing Development Authority. The other organization would be the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. And those two organizations have been very helpful to this project. This particular project involved federal historic tax credits as well. Besides that, it takes some financial organizations too. So all in all, we've got, with the developer, we've got 7 entities involved in the building of this project. And Milan has been just terrific. They recognize the importance of this project to their downtown. That city administrator has been sort of the most valuable player in the process. They're just critical to making something like this move ahead.